So it's 2017, why on earth would anyone still buy a standalone GPS? Well, you only need to pay a one-time fee up front, and you don't need to pay for any data usage that you would otherwise incur if you were to use your smartphone. So for somebody who travels a lot and uses their GPS all the time and doesn't have an unlimited data plan, you might actually want to consider buying this. So here's my review on the Garmin Nuvi 57LM GPS. If you haven't already, you can go ahead and check out my unboxing video of this product so you can know exactly what it includes straight out of the box. With Garmin, their GPS usually comes in two different models, that is the LM or the LMT model. The one I have here is LM, which stands for Lifetime Maps. The LMT, of course, would stand for Lifetime Maps in Traffic, but personally I couldn't see myself benefiting from this additional traffic feature. Maybe if you lived in a busy location where traffic constantly plays a role in your daily commute or your travels, then sure, go ahead and pay extra for this feature, but for me, I don't think it's really worth it. So let's first talk about the hardware. It comes in two different screen sizes, 5" and 6", and the one I have here is the 5" model. It is a resistive touchscreen, so you can use this while wearing gloves. The exterior is plastic, so it's very lightweight, but yet it still feels very durable. Since you mainly navigate via the touchscreen, there aren't many buttons or ports. On top, you can find the power button right here. On the back, you see there is the charging port, which is a mini USB. There's also an extra slot right here for expansion via microSD if you needed it. The speaker is also on the back, and of course smack in the middle of the back is the mounting system. And speaking of the mounting system, I think it's quite novel. It's very simple to click into place with the included window or dash mount, and then to release, there's this little tab here on the bottom you gently push and it comes right off. And of course, if you want a different type of mount, you can easily find aftermarket ones all over the internet. Here I am using it with a phone mount and it works perfectly fine. The other notable accessory that Garmin provides you is the charging cable. It plugs into the back of the system via the mini USB port and then into your car via the auxiliary power jack. As you can see, the cable is very long, so it'll definitely accommodate all different types of cars and sizes, and any additional cable I would definitely recommend using some kind of cable management system. And when I'm not using the GPS, I used to leave it in the center console in my car, but I think that has affected the battery life. I used to be able to drive it for maybe about an hour without having to charge it before they started to give me the low battery indicator, but now just to be safe, I always leave it plugged in whenever I'm using it. And funny enough, the only place you can actually see the battery level is on the home screen, which takes us to the next topic, which is software. So navigating this thing isn't too bad. It definitely takes a lot more steps than I would like to. Unfortunately, the lifetime map upgrades doesn't include updating the user interface. It's really easy to click into several pages into the system, so the easiest way to go straight back to the home page will be to hold down the back button. But there's a reason why Garmin has so many of these subpages, and that's because there's a lot of things you can customize. Here are some of the notable features that this Garmin Nuvi 57LM offers. One of my favorite features is that you can save the coordinates of a location as a favorite so you can go back to at any point. For example, if you have, say, a favorite parking spot in a shopping mall that you want to save, you can save that direct location and the GPS can navigate you directly to that coordinate spot. Or if you have a very not easy locatable address, which I've definitely had, you can just save the location coordinates instead of the actual address. Then the GPS will be able to easily navigate to that spot every time. Other notable features include multi-lane guidance on freeways, there are parking suggestions when you're close to your destination, you can search for nearby points of interest via Foursquare, and there are plenty of other route options that you can pick, like shortest distance, shortest time, fuel efficiency, and if you're going for a long-term road trip, you can use their trip planner. It's pretty easy to use as well. And if you buy their backup camera accessory, it can be paired with it so you can use it when you're backing up if your car doesn't already have that. You can also set it to avoid certain areas, say a busy city. And there are plenty of other customizations, brightness, language, day, night mode, voice volume, etc. If you want me to cover everything related to software in another video, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. But now let's move on to some things I didn't like about this system. As I mentioned earlier, the navigation to the software is pretty clunky, so if I wanted to say change my avoidances to say avoid tolls or highways, that is several button presses away, which gets kind of annoying. While there are different navigation voice languages options available, but there's no way to customize, say, a male voice over a female voice or someone with a different accent. And all of them sound very robotic.
Take the exit on the right to I-270 south toward Washington.
Then there's the issue of the battery draining too fast that I always have to leave it plugged in, and actually sometimes I can't even get satellite signal in places where you would think you would be able to get satellite signal. But the biggest drawback by far, and this may be a deal breaker, is that the maps are not updated nearly as frequently as Google Maps. What this means is that you might not be able to find addresses of new developments, and the speed limits in, say, urban locations may not be accurate, and it may give you some really stupid directions, like seen here. It even couldn't find Chick-fil-A when I was literally right in front of it. But the only way to update your system is by plugging it into your computer and loading up the Garmin software. But even despite this potential deal breaker, I still use my Garmin all the time. In the rare cases that I'm going to a new development area, I just use my phone in those cases. This device still saves me a lot of money that I would otherwise be using on data. I think what Garmin really has going for it is how driver-friendly the navigation screen is. When you're driving, you can see the speed limit clearly, you can see the nearby gas stations, all things that drivers would want to see on the map. So I concur that this GPS would definitely not replace the Google Maps on your smartphone, but I definitely think there's a lot of things going for it. So if you're one of those people who are not satisfied with your current GPS setup, maybe you don't like the one that's built into your car, or you don't like using your smartphone, you want a bigger screen with more customizations, any of those things, I think you could give this one a shot and you would be pretty happy with it. So if you want to save money on data, you can go ahead and check out the product link in the description. I'll keep it updated for the lowest price available. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a like, it'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure to subscribe to my channel Skyforce95 if you haven't already to get more content like this. Or if you're watching this on Amazon, head over to my channel URL right here, or just search it up on YouTube Skyforce95. There you'll see a bunch of my product reviews and unboxings. Feel free to browse, or if you want to search for something specific, just hit that search field. That'll do it for this video. This is Skyforce95. Thanks for watching.